It's Deepworld Dev Diary number 2. New exciting features and some drawing focus for all of you to enjoy.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm making a sort of a splash page that's going to be on our website and probably on the login screen and stuff eventually. We kind of wanted something a little more character focused and less, a little more visually interesting and reflective of the spirit of the game than just that kind of post-apocalyptic background with the screen. So this is actually a really huge poster resolution image that I'm working on right now. I don't know if you can really
4 feet by 3 feet.
Yes, at 300 DPI, which is really gigantic. That's way bigger than most of the art I make for Deepworld. Unfortunately, it's also big enough that Photoshop really chokes on it. So if I want to save, I have to sit here, and through that, usually it's longer than that if I've actually done stuff, and I kind of save compulsively while I work, which is usually a good thing to do, but that's something I have to try to not do while I'm working on gigantic drawings, because otherwise it'll take me 10 times as long. So what I'm actually doing is taking all these different characters and just using their own file separately, and once I draw them in that, I bring them in as just a flat image so they're not a whole bunch of layers stacked on top of each other, and that sort of helps a little bit. It's still gigantic, but you gotta work within Photoshop's limitations sometimes. I'm kind of trying to go for a slightly more painterly look than usual, which means that I'm not doing the cross hatching really. I'm trying to actually color in the lines so they're not just constant black outlines, which is surprisingly time consuming to do, to get that to look right.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to print it out and put it on our wall.
We totally are. Hopefully one of the dev diaries coming up soon, you'll actually see it right here, because right now there's just a wall. It's kind of nice actually. I've been putting on sort of stand-up comedy on Spotify and just kind of zoning out and drawing for a few hours and then going back to...
And we hear Quinn occasionally burst out loud laughing.
It's weird because I'm listening to headphones and I'm sure it sounds really bizarre because I'm not even just laughing. I'm kind of making weird little chuckling noises that would sound normal if you could hear the comedy, but you can't.
Nope. Well, that's cool.
It's just for me.
Drawings are cool. Let's take a look at what Jason's doing.
I'm trying to make Deepworld work faster.
We upgraded our servers recently from Ruby 1.9.3 to Ruby 2.0.0, which is a huge update. Check this out. Look at this. We get this is the emails we get constantly.
It's too high.
CPU load warnings.
This is too many CPU.
Quick look at Mike's beard progress, which as you can see is much less scraggly and more respectable.
It's more full and luscious.
Yeah.
I put some conditioner in it to make it softer, for the ladies, because they like it to be softer, I've heard. I read that on the internet. Naturally, we also have some awesome new features coming in the game. The biggest of which is a whole new private messaging system. So you'll see here that I have an unread badge by my profile, which means I've got 20 unread messages. So you'll be able to private message between players, and this actually also links into push notifications, so you can even see when you get messages when you're not in the game. So if I go up here and open this up, we'll see the messages list. You can see here it's just a scrolling thing, and myself messaging myself, which you won't be able to do unfortunately, but I'm just doing for testing purposes. You'll also be able to retrieve older messages by clicking here. They just load beneath. So let's give this a try. Let's send a private message to Jason and see what happens. So you can see down here, a quick and easy way to send a private message is just using the console. We'll also have a GUI, but I'm going to send this and then check with Jason. So message is sent. And boom!
Hey, look. My friend Mike has messaged me.
Yo, dude, what's up?
And it's
since
on my Pebble.
Jason is very fancy, he has a Pebble watch, which also has the notification. So he can be notified in just a multitude of ways. That's the new messaging system. It's going to be sweet. You'll only be able to message people that follow you for now, just to sort of make sure that there's no spam or anything like that. Maybe later we'll add a way to request, messaging someone or something like that, much like Skype and other services. But we want to make sure that nobody can harass you, because, you know, we also don't want to get harassed.